Welcome to Tassie's Football Fix for another week. I'm Damien Gill from FFT, and as always, I'm joined by Alex Luttrell to talk through a big week of the Victory League. Well, Alex, huge weekend, very historic week of the Victory League.
Yeah, round 5 was a massive one, Damo. Launceston City getting up over the Tilford Zebras. We'll get to that one a little bit later. On Anzac Day, Olympia getting up over the Naughty Knights 2-0. Emmanuel Sekiris netted in the first 43 seconds of the match to put Olympia up, with Ben Phillips scoring just before half-time in the 37th minute in what was the last goal of the game, as Olympia could have piled on 5 or 6 more goals with the chances that they had. It really should have been a blowout. But Olympia ended up winning the game and claimed the inaugural RSL Anzac Day Cup on a fantastic occasion.
And Alex Ralph took out the medal as best on ground in that one. It was a good day for the Warriors, but they definitely could have put a few more away.
Definitely.
And a fair bit of work to do for Glenorchy Knights and Chris Hay. In the second game of the round, South Hobart beat Devonport in a grand final rematch from last year. Just too good, although Devonport did really well in trying conditions.
Yeah, it was very, very atrocious conditions at Darcy Street from the weather, Damo. Andy Brennan scored just after the half an hour mark. Devonport were undermanned coming down. They had 12 men, one on the bench. Zach Mitchell, he actually came on just before half time, so they played most of the game without a sub. So when Braden Mann scored in the 82nd minute, she was all game over, and then Ben Hamlet came off the bench and scored a brace. So 4-0 winners, South Hobart.
Yeah, embarrassment of riches there for South Hobart, that they can just bring Ben Hamlet on and he makes an impact and scores 2 goals.
Yeah, he's fantastic when he came on, mate.
Now on to the result of the weekend. Lonnie City, with the biggest upset in the history of Victory League, knocking off Tilford Zebras. Massive result at Mitsubishi Park on Saturday night.
Yeah, mate, I was upset I wasn't there to watch that, but Danny Allsop, he got a hat-trick on his marquee appearance against the Zebras. So, fantastic result for Launceston. He scored 2 inside 20 minutes before Adam McEwen pegged one back for the Zebras, just inside 30. He got another one just after the hour mark, ran out his hat-trick with Toby Omenahu scoring absolute thunderbolt in the 70th minute, with Alex Lazinski getting a late consolation penalty in the 90th minute for the Zebras. But fantastic scenes for Launceston up there with Kurt Reynolds. He would be happy with that one, mate.
Yeah, huge win, and they were building momentum, so it's not a massive shock, but a big win nonetheless. And we had a camera there to catch some of the celebrations after Launceston City's first ever win.
Our first Victory League win at this club. It's taken 14 months. The way he played tonight is fantastic. Our style of football, we absolutely rogered them.
Yeah, boy!
Okay, well done.
Good win by City, 4-2. Boys did well, and it's going to be a big night at the club, I think.
Congratulations, Kurt, on a wonderful, memorable first win in the Victory League.
Thank you very much. We're ecstatic as a club, as a football squad, and really proud of the lads. It's a great moment for the club and the playing group.
A deservedly ecstatic Kurt Reynolds there, Ludders. Big win after, I think it was 25 games without one.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, 26 starts, first win for Launceston, so a very historic one for them.
Absolutely. In the last game of the round, Northern Rangers took down Kingborough Lions at home. Bogey team for them last year. Doesn't look that way this year. 7-1, far too strong.
Definitely not, mate. Obviously, the Rangers didn't defeat the Lions last year. 2 draws and a win for the Lions in all 3 meetings last season. But a brace for Adam Edwards and an own goal, I believe, just before half-time. And Nicola Atkinson, he got one of his 2 just before the break. So it was 4-0 at half-time. So that set the tone for the rest of the match. Sun Yon Jin got one back for the Lions, but a few more goals put away by the home side. It was a fantastic result for them, 7-1.
A big win for them, and that win actually takes them back up the table. So, bit of a logjam at the top, Ludders. We have 3 teams level. What can you tell us about the ladder after 5 rounds?
Yeah, well, South Hobart obviously on top with 12 points. Rangers all level on points, 12, and Olympia the same, just behind on goal difference. Zebras dropped to 4th with 9 after that shock loss. Devonport, I believe, are in 5th with Launceston 6th, Kingborough in 7th, and the Knights are really struggling without a win this season in the bottom place.
Yeah, Knights with a lot of work to do in that one. Okay, this weekend, Ludders, we don't have any Victory League action, which is a bit of a shame.
A little bit.
But we do have a very important Lakoseljac Cup semi-finals weekend. That, of course, is our FFA Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about these two clashes?
Obviously, we've got South Hobart taking on the Northern Rangers on Saturday at Darcy Street at 2 o'clock. That'll be a massive rematch of a game. Obviously, Rangers getting up 3-1 last time, so I don't think they can do it again this time. Lightning will not strike twice in the same place, but obviously there's been a bit of rumour that Caleb Ludlow will be back in this week. I think he's a 50-50 chance to step back into the squad from illness. So if he starts, it's going to be a tough uphill battle for the Rangers. What are your thoughts?
It'll be interesting. Of course, Rangers will come in confident that they can do the job, having done it just a couple of weeks ago. But South Hobart, I think they would have learned a lot from that, and I have them winning that one.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And on Sunday, you've got Kingborough Lions hosting the Tilford Zebras at Lightwood Park. What are your thoughts on that one?
Kingborough always tough to topple down at the Den. It's a different game when they play down there. But I'd like to say, I reckon Tilford Zebras will take that one out. I think they'll have to grind it out because we know what Kingborough are like at their home ground. But Zebras too strong. Yeah,
I think Zebras will be too strong on that one. They'll rebound from the shock loss last weekend and they should be into the final. My tip obviously against South Hobart. What about the women's games, mate, this weekend? Can you talk us through some of that?
Yeah, so the women's games are both on Sunday, both 2 o'clock, and we've got University travelling up to Ulverston to face the Reds. Strong team in the Northern competition against a really improving University outfit. Who do you like for that one?
Well, University have been good so far in the Southern Women's Premier League, but I'm going to go with Ulverston. They were just too good against Taruna in the quarterfinals. 9-0 winners, so they're my tip, mate. What about you?
It'll be interesting. Kai Gear, a player for University, she's really lit up the Southern Women's Premier League so far, so it'll be interesting to see what she can do, but I just think on form and reputation, probably Ulverston for that one.
What about Olympia Warriors taking on Launceston City? It seems to be a bit of a trademark match, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, it seems to happen every year, the top of the South and the top of the North, and they meet in the semi-finals. I like Olympia for this one. They missed a few players last weekend in the Southern Women's Premier League, but I think they should have a strong squad for this outing. Yeah,
I'm going to go with Olympia as well, mate. Safe winners on this one. They didn't lose to them in the quarterfinals in the statewide Women's Cup last season, so I don't think they're going to lose this one. They'll be into the final against Ulverston.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Now, Ludders, we don't often talk about referees, but there's been a bit of good news. We've had 4 of our local referees added to the national talent pool, so I caught up with one just to see what it's like from the guy with a whistle.
I was lucky enough to be on the talent pool last year as well, but and the National Youth League panel, but unluckily didn't get any games on that. It's a bit of an expense for FFA to fly us up to the mainland, with Tassie not having an A-League team, so hopefully this year's the year I get a couple of games.
And I guess we don't talk about referees so much in terms of representative, but do you think this is a good sign for Tasmanian referees that there's 4 on the NTP this year?
Yeah, definitely. Every year it seems to be improving. There's a lot more young guys coming up through the ranks. I mean, when I first started refereeing, there was only a handful of us, but now there seems to be a few dozen young guys going around, and it's getting really good, really strong, building over the years.
Great to see our referees making strides nationally, Ladders.
It's fantastic. Great to see, Damo.
That's all we've got time for today on Tassie's Football Fix. As always, head to our website for the latest, footballfedtas.com.au. Now we'll leave you with some of the best saves and goals from round 5 of the Victory League, which you can vote on. Proudly brought to you by Gems and Specsavers.